To Centerpoint AM45, many thanks for staying with us on the program. It's time to show you headlines from the national dailies that we have on board this morning. Today we begin with this day. This day comes with this headline: Tinubu meets Akpabio Jibrin after Senate suspends Ningi over budget padding allegation. Jarigbe's spokesperson disagree with alleged 500 million naira largesse to lawmakers. Senate leader claims some senators planning to impeach Akpabio before June. Embattled senators resign as NSF. That's the Northern Senators Forum chairman. Alright, that's the headline. Above the nameplate: Rail, federal government secures $1.3 billion for completion of Kanu Katsina Jibiya Maradi project. Final details about of that project by getting a copy of the This Day newspaper. Some infographics here and there are from the Ministry of Information and National Orientation. Alright, we move away from This Day. The next paper this morning is The Punch. The Punch, this recurring rider, budget padding controversy. Ranking senators get 17 billion naira constituency votes. Ningi suspended is no longer news. There were some allegations made that the budget was padded by members of the National Assembly, and this is just an allegation. Suspensions here and there. We'll keep following the story. And then senators got 500 million naira votes each, says Jarigbe. Ningi resigns as Northern Caucus chair. Upayemi says 500 million naira for constituency projects. Alleges some lawmakers plotting Akpabio's removal. Some pictorial: army busts illegal gun factory in Delta, arrest 8. Sometime in the news we heard there's a gun factory in Jos Plateau State. Now this time around Delta, Nigeria, Nigeria. Alright, let me go below the pictorial. Ayedatiwa declares gov bid gets reps 18 lawmakers nod. And then police grill Prime Boy over petition by Mobat's wife. This is the continuation of that developing story with regards entertainer Mobat's death. And then APC PDP clash over Fubara. Akpabio's political jibes at Wigwe's burial. Above the nameplate: Tinubu 6 Ramadan prayers. Jigawa slashes working hours. That's because of Ramadan. And then federal government probes 107 universities over fake degrees. Final details. Which are the fake universities? Find out the details by getting a copy of Punch newspapers. Abduction reps tackle NSA. IG deploys squad in Kaduna, Kano. That's from the front page of the Punch. Next is the Blueprint, and it's a recurring story about the 500 million for ranking senators. It's money for constituency projects. That's according to Bami Daily. And then Bauchi lawmaker resigns as Northern Senators chair. Alright, above the nameplate: Wuse Market, millions worth of items burned in security agent hoodlum clash. Yesterday it was in the news that that market got burned because someone escaped from being lynched, something like that. Get details by getting a copy of Blueprint newspaper. And then 2023 presidential election, most decisive in nation's history. This is according to Vice President Shettima. Says Nigerian candidate defeated religious candidate. Okay, find out more by getting a copy of the Blueprint papers, newspaper rather. Strike: Kaduna Electric condemns NUEE action as unjustified. 61 abducted as bandits attacked another Kaduna community. Alright, move away from that. Next is the New Telegraph. It comes with the rider 33 days to 10th anniversary of Chibok girls kidnapped. Bandits again invade Kaduna community, abduct 61 as after over 200 were abducted sometime last week. In seeming renewed focus on school children, women, soldiers stopped them from taking more victims. That's according to residents. IGP deploys mobile police units. Gumi offers to negotiate with terrorists, and then timing of abductors pointed to Muti. That's according to Afenifere. Worries over 40 trillion naira ransom demand. 40 trillion naira ransom. We have a pictorial here from Lagos State. Lagos State Governor meets with the executive director, the managing director of Lekki Deep Sea Port. That's what the meeting, the pictorial is all about. And we move from that, get to the site. Tinubu presents 2024 FCT budget to reps, emphasizing the importance of teaching forgiveness, patience, endurance. That should be linked to the essence of Ramadan. Production. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria laments 80% profit loss to diesel purchase. It bites when you get to buy diesel every now and then to produce your goods. And then Edo Guba Shuaibu drags Igodalo, INEC, PDP, others to court. Beneath the pictorial, 2024 budget padding controversy. Senate suspends Ningi for 3 months. No one can survive with less than 100,000 naira monthly in Nigeria, says Chinda. Alright, above the nameplate, World Bank, WTO, pick Nigeria, others for 1 billion naira digital trade initiative. Some reports here and there, reports of my planned defection from PDP, false, malicious. That's according to Atiku. And then CBN to rule over 161.50 billion naira maturing treasury bills today. 2024, Ayedatiwa declares for Ondo governorship. Tinubu appoints Mobereola new Nimasa DG. That's from the front page of the New Telegraph. Next is the Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune comes with a recurring story. How senators nailed Ningi. That's their own version. And then some other stories. Ayedatiwa formally declares for Ondo governorship. Usun governor raises alarm over planned attack on schools, farm. Bandits demand 20 million naira exchange, 20 million naira in exchange for Sokoto Sangaya students. Atiku tackles Tinubu over report linking him to PDP exit. Body of killed driver of kidnapped Ekiti school children recovered. Sad story there. It was in the news sometime back. Some students, some pupils, teachers, and the driver, they were kidnapped, and then the driver got killed in the process. Alright, this is a pictorial. Is that of President Bola Tinubu and former President Ibrahim Babangida. President Bola Tinubu during a courtesy visit to former head of state at his residence in Mina, Niger State. That happened on Monday. World Trade Organization to boost Nigeria's non-oil exports with 1.2 million US dollars. Above the nameplate, some recurring stories. 3.325 trillion naira allocation. Reps worry over ravaging insecurity. Probe utilization of $20 million safe school fund. Abduction of over 200 students. Away with the Nigerian Tribune, next is the Daily Independence. Still this recurring story. We have a pictorial here, and it's that of Abubakar Atiku Bagu, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, with Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Director General, World Trade Organization, of course, the Minister of Trade, Doris Uzoka, during the launch of the WTO ITC trade support programs for Nigeria. That happened in Abuja yesterday. Alright, Ramadan, pray for peace, stability of Nigeria. Tinubu urges Muslim faithful. We have a pictorial here. Is the remains of a burned vehicle after a violent riot that erupted following the killing of a trader by a prison warden at Wuse Market. That also resulted in the burning of some buildings at Wuse Market yesterday. Okay, kidnapping, Afenifere calls for multiple level policing stakeholders meeting. Above the nameplate, some recurring stories, rising insecurity. Experts ask federal government to change strategy, restructure the country. We move away from the Daily Independence. The next is The Guardian. The Guardian, beautiful pictorial if you ask me, but it's all about the budget padding allegations. We move away from this. Take a look at the other headlines. Nigerians lament rising airfares as experts blame exchange rate. Court strikes out suit seeking Igbo's exit from Nigeria. Revival of night patrol as prelude to reforming the police. And then bandits capture another 30 as IGP visits Kaduna. Some people say 60. This one is saying 30. Naira's free fall, lean budget hobble Nigerian missions abroad. That's the much we can take from the front page of The Guardian. Next is the Nigerian News Direct. Nigerian News Direct, Tinubu meets Akpabio as revelation of 500 million naira shared to senior senators unfolds. Alright, still recurring stories. Above the nameplate, CAC issues deadline for illness of 12,387 unclaimed certificates. Nigeria's pension assets surged to 19.5 trillion naira. That's above the nameplate of the Nigerian News Direct. Criminals targeting rural communities, schools. Adeleke cries out. Adeleke is the governor of Osun State. APC PDP trade words over Akpabio's comments at Isiokbo. Dr. Mobereola is new Nimasa DG as Jamos tenure elapses. Alright, take a look at the leadership. The leadership, still about the budget padding. If you follow the infograph from the leadership, quite interesting. See how it all began. The suspension, the press conference, the president's reaction, the group chats, the BBC interview, and then the Northern Senators meeting. That's what's been going on. Get more details by getting a copy of the leadership if you want to follow that story. Tinubu has you in mind. Shettima tells Nigerians. We go above the nameplates. Bandits demand for 20 million naira ransom for 15 Sokoto students. And then President appoints FCT Commission Chair, Head of Service. And much we can take from that. The next is the Daily Sun. Senators expose one another. That's the rider for the Daily Sun with regards to budget padding. And criminals plan to attack schools, farms in Osun. Adeleke cries out. Just beside the nameplate, Atiku dismisses report of leaving PDP, accuses Tinubu allies of being behind report. Some other stories here. Gunmen attack UNCH, abduct deputy director, security man. That's in Kaduna State. And then pension fund hits 19.53 trillion naira, gains 1.17 trillion naira in January. We move away from the Daily Sun. Next is the Business Day. Business reports all the way as usual. Rising diesel costs chokes businesses. All right, we move away from this. The next is the Daily Trust. Another same recurring story. The pictorial is that of the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, with the Minister of Defense and some service chiefs after a meeting on strengthening the country's security. Beneath the pictorial, mob raises Abuja market as prison officers gun down fleeing suspects. Above the rider on the front page of the Daily Trust, bandits kidnap 30 villagers in Kaduna, return to Kuriga 5 days after. And then 2024 Hajj, pilgrims in limbo as NACON yet to remit funds. African Games, this is beneath this paper. African Games, Nigeria secures second position with 6 more medals. The Vanguard is last but not least. Rumpers are Senators Biker over money sharing. So many recurring stories here and there. We have this pictorial is that of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Special Presidential Envoy, Equatorial Guinea, Simeon Esono, and that of with that of President Tinubu. This happened at the State House, Abuja, yesterday. Alright, give above the nameplate. Nigeria's crude oil output drops 7% to 1.3 barrel per day. Right, several recurring stories here and the African Games. Nigeria soars to number 2, overtakes Algeria, South Africa. Alright, that's so much we can take, showing you headlines from the national dailies that we have on board the program this morning. Go grab any copy and then savor all the details therein. We have more for you on Center Points coming up next. We'll be talking arts.